Brian, are you there? I don't know if you've already heard this, but apparently our neighbor has passed away.
Are you talking about Jessica?
Yeah, Jessica. Apparently she crashed into a light pole and died. By the time the ambulances arrived, it was already too late for her.
Wow, are you serious?
They're going to have a vigil for her tomorrow night. Do you think you can make it? After all, her family was always so nice to us.
Oh, yeah, of course I can go. I think it's important to be with them in their time of need and see Jessica off.
You don't seem all that surprised.
I just want to go and pay my respects to the dead is all.
I see. I just think that, I don't know, maybe don't use LOL in this context.
What are you talking about? You're taking this whole thing way too seriously right now.
You do know that Jessica had a 1-year-old son, right? I mean, we're parents. Doesn't that make you feel bad?
Sorry, so I'm supposed to feel bad for a kid that's not even mine? I just don't really see why that should upset me.
Well, our kid is only 1-year-old as well. Don't you think it would be terrible to lose me and have to raise her yourself?
What are you even talking about?
Besides, I heard that Jessica was pregnant.
Oh, wow. Was she really now?
So, I mean, doesn't that make you just devastated to think about the position her husband is in? Maybe just take this a little more seriously.
I don't really get what the big deal is. I mean, this is a private conversation, right? I'm sure that Jessica's husband will just find a new woman, and if he wants another kid, then they can get busy.
Get busy? What kind of way is that to talk about someone who just lost their wife? What is the matter with you?
Okay, fine. By the way, where did you leave my Rolex? I can't seem to find it.
You mean the one with all the studded diamonds? I left it in your drawer like always. And why do you want that now?
Because I just want to put it on is all.
You want to wear something like that to the wake? What has gotten into you? You can't do that.
Alright, fine, I'll wear something more subdued. Jeez, you don't need to get all worked up.
Okay, well, look, whatever. I have to get ready for tonight. Just please don't say anything weird or rude at the wake, alright?
I would never ever do that.
My name is Lois, and I live with my husband and our 1-year-old daughter. I work as a web designer from home. My father manages a factory that makes car parts. My husband, Brian, works at that factory. My father is a very traditional man, and with only daughters, he felt he has no one to take over his business when he dies. When I married Brian, he finally felt like he had found someone. My father recently became sick and had to step down, allowing Brian to take over the business. In addition to Brian, the office is managed by my little sister Nellie and her husband George. My neighbor Jessica has a son who gets along very well with my daughter, Cheryl. We enjoy living next to each other and talking about the struggles of being a mother. That is, until Jessica suddenly died in a horrible car accident. It was a few days after Jessica's wake that strange rumors began to float around the neighborhood. Hey, Brian, are you there? I would really like to talk if you have a second.
I'm actually on my lunch break right now, so that should be fine. Yeah, what do you want to talk about?
I don't really know any other way of asking this, so were you and Jessica having an affair?
Whoa, what? Where is all of this coming from? Of course not. Don't be absurd.
Well, the thing is, one of our neighbors said he saw you going in and out of her house quite often.
Oh, that. Well, I was just passing out the pamphlets for the neighborhood association's events is all.
So you had to go into her house to pass them out?
Hold on a second. Just why are you listening to what some strangers have to say about me? I mean, I'm your husband. Don't you trust me?
Well, they said that you were going over all the time, even when you were off, but you told me that you had to go into the office. I just don't know what to believe.
So you chose to think that I'm lying about my work just to cheat with our now dead neighbor?
Can you just please tell me the truth? I really feel confused right now, and I am not sure I can keep living with you like this.
Do you have any idea just how hard I work to keep our family together? Any idea at all?
You're avoiding the question.
Your father was never gonna let you take over his company, so he left all of that burden on me. Do you understand that?
And I am so glad that you were there when my dad was worried about what would happen. But what does this have to do with anything?
When I was working with your dad, I would bring him his coffee, listen to him talk about all the plans that he was taking care of, and all kinds of nonsense every single day.
I know, you were really there for him, and I really am grateful.
Not just your dad, I was there for Nellie and George as well. I taught them how to do their own jobs. There isn't a single man out there nicer than I am.
But I just want to know why our neighbor saw you going in and out of Jessica's house is all. Why would he say that if it wasn't true?
I don't believe this. How dare you ask me to justify myself to you right now? Do you really not believe me?
Well, not only that, but lately you've been spending a lot of money. I looked at last month's credit card statement and saw that you spent $5,000. Just what did you need to spend that much money on?
You're right. I have been spending a bit much lately. I'll be sure not to in the future.
But it isn't just that either. I mean, what is with the new sports car that you bought?
Oh my god, do we really need to have this talk again? How many times are we going to go through this?
It cost over $80,000. Why did you buy it without even asking me?
I'm sorry, I'm suddenly not allowed to buy things with my own money anymore. I didn't know that was suddenly a terrible thing to do.
But you didn't even have enough to afford it. You borrowed money from me for it.
Well, just whose money do you think that you've been living off of this whole time? I was just taking back what you owe me for all this time.
Well, we are really starting to burn through both of our savings at this rate. Even with my salary, we have to do something.
Well, it isn't my fault. It's all your dad's useless employees' fault. That's why I have to go into work on the weekends.
Right. Okay, but even then, ever since the car crash, you've never had to go into work on one of your days off.
That's just a coincidence. How can you keep accusing me of this?
Well, it's just that you're not actually answering any of my questions.
Are we through here? I am sick of this pointless conversation. Goodbye. Lois, are you there? You gotta help me.
What is the matter? What's going on?
The police showed up at the factory.
The police? What do they want?
They said they wanted to talk to me about Jessica, but I have no idea what they think I could know.
Are you really sure that there isn't anything you're forgetting?
Of course not, but they seem to think that we were having an affair. Why are the police getting involved in this now? It's like she's haunting me from the grave.
Well, then I guess you really should just tell the police everything that you know, right?
I tried telling them everything, but they just wouldn't listen to me. I snuck out of the office and got in my car and sped away.
Surely there isn't any reason for you to do that, right? I mean, you said you didn't even do anything.
Of course not, but they're trying to take me in on trumped-up charges. They can't do this to me. I had no other choice but to run. Don't you see?
Actually, the police just called me as well. They said they think you had something to do with Jessica's death.
They said what?
They said that apparently her brakes were cut.
But what does that have to do with me?
I don't know, but they said she swerved and hit the telephone pole avoiding someone else's car, and there was no evidence of braking because her brakes were cut.
But I still don't get it. What do I have to do with any of this?
Well, you were sleeping with her behind my back and got her pregnant, right? I'm sure that is probably why they suspect you.
What are you even talking about? You don't have any proof of that.
Well, if you say so, but then what is this picture?
Wait. Oh, hold on. Just where did you get that?
Jessica's husband sent me this picture as well as other evidence the other day.
Are you serious?
That's right. I guess he had been suspicious for a while and hired a private detective to look into everything.
I don't believe this.
Apparently, he wanted to confront the both of you with all this, but then Jessica died. After that, he just couldn't bring himself to confront you.
You can't just try and lie to me like this.
But the affair really did happen, didn't it? So tell me, did you have anything to do with Jessica's death?
Of course I didn't. Do you really think that I would cut her brakes? I would never do that. There are plenty of people who know about cars in this country.
Maybe, but the police said that her car came from your store and that she had recently brought it in for an inspection there as well.
How can that be? We don't keep a record of the names of all our customers. There would be no way that the police could know that.
Apparently, George installed some security cameras in the workshop lately, and he just happened to see you letting Jessica and her car into the shop on a day off to inspect her car.
But I didn't know about any of the cameras. I didn't even see any.
Well, I told George about how you were going into work on your days off. It was only after that he installed them.
I should have fired him. I don't believe this.
He thought it was really weird for you to be coming in on your days off, even though there wasn't any important work to be done. And while watching the footage, he saw you do something weird.
I am gonna make him pay for this.
So, you are guilty, aren't you?
Well, she kept going on about how she wanted us to get married since she was pregnant with my kid. I just didn't have any other choice.
You're terrible. How could you even think to do something like this?
She was even the one who started making me spend all my money in crazy ways. She was after all of it and wanted to live the high life. Oh, she was such a mean woman and was ruining my life.
And so you thought that best solution was to kill her? I don't care what drama you two had between you, that is still too much.
But she was after my money, our money. I had to do something.
Do you really care so much about money? And if that was the case, then why not just pay her off?
Because she just didn't want a payment. She wanted everything, and she wanted it forever.
I really just don't even know what to say. I thought you were a hard-working, honest man, but you're just pathetic.
Well, now that I've told you the whole story, can you please just help me out here?
And just why would I want to do that, huh?
Don't you remember all I've done for your family? I've taken over the business and helped your sister and her husband find work. Can't you at least just do this for me?
Oh, please. You can stop with the lies. I know that business has been bad because of you.
Because of me? I haven't done anything wrong.
Ever since you took over the factory, there have been so many complaints from clients about mistakes you've made, but you just try to push it off onto other people.
No, you have got it all wrong, I swear.
I know that you told George you tried reaching out to clients to offer them special deals and that you told them to stop any sort of discount program.
And just what is wrong with that? Do you have any idea how much money we were wasting that way?
But you give the clients a discount to keep them coming back. It isn't a waste of money, it's just keeping a healthy business relationship. Don't you know anything about running a business?
Oh, shut up. You don't know what you're talking about. Your dad chose me to take over for him. I am the president now, and what I say goes.
I know that you only pretended to care about me to try and get my dad's business, didn't you? It's all your fault that my dad got sick too.
No, you can't prove any of that. Stop accusing me of things without any proof.
You said that you got my dad's coffee for him every day, didn't you?
I did, for years. And what of it?
You were spiking his drink with something that whole time, weren't you?
What are you even saying? You think that I was putting something in his coffee? Are you crazy?
You said that he would talk to you about the plants he was raising. Some of those were in the office, right? Like the poinsettia?
You mean that big flower? What about it?
Oh, don't play dumb. You know that that plant contains traces of poison harmful to humans, didn't you?
Just what are you trying to say?
I am saying that I think you put the resin from the flower into my dad's coffee to poison him. I know you've complained about having to take care of the office plants before.
Do you even hear yourself? You sound insane.
Oh, don't worry. If it's proof you want, I have it.
What do you mean by that?
Do you remember the time that my dad came by the office to see how things were going?
Yeah, that was 2 months ago? He said that he was feeling better, and so he left the house to check on us.
And you brought him his coffee that day, right? Well, George noticed a strange substance at the bottom of the mug when he was doing the dishes. He thought it was weird, took it to the hospital to be examined, and guess what he found?
He brought it to the hospital? What is the matter with him?
Well, George knows that my dad only enjoys his coffee black. Not only that, but not long after finishing it, my dad started saying that he felt sick.
But that's just a coincidence. That's all it was.
Well, after taking it into the hospital, George found out that the substance was poinsettia resin.
I don't believe it. My whole plan, up in flames.
Even just a little bit of that resin is enough to make someone feel sick and give them the runs. But you kept doing it, over and over again.
I just wanted your dad to retire already. That's it. I wouldn't be able to live to the fancy life I've always wanted if he was in the way.
And so you went so far as to poison him?
I did, but all the employees were always trying to get in my way, and it was a lot harder than I thought it would be.
It was hard because you were driving the business into the ground to fund your lifestyle.
But I knew that if I could take over his company before he died, that I would be able to get him to sign over everything.
You're sick, you know that? There is something seriously wrong with you.
I mean, why else would I ever want to marry someone as fat and ugly as you? Who would ever want to subject themselves to that? You figured out my whole plan, so I might as well be honest with the rest of it.
So you just married me for my family's money then? I am going to make you pay for all of this!
You're more than welcome to try, but you'll never find me. You forget that I'm in an ultra-fast sports car. Not even the cops can catch me.
Are you so sure about that?
Well, what are you talking about?
Are you sure that you should have brought your phone with you?
Oh, quit asking me all these questions and just say what you're trying to say.
I'm just trying to say that I am sure glad I installed that tracker app on your phone. I never pictured having to use it like this, but I'm glad I did.
What? How could you?
I was worried that you were cheating on me, so I took your phone while you were sleeping and installed the app without you ever knowing.
You tricked me. How could you do something like this to me?
I've already shared your location with the police. It's too late to run now. They know exactly where you are.
Oh no, this can't be happening. I wasn't supposed to lose.
Well, you have, but we're far from through here. I am going to make you pay for everything you've done. After that, Brian was arrested and taken to court. His verdict? A lifetime in prison. Brian's jaw dropped when he heard that. He couldn't believe that he would be spending the rest of his life behind bars. The two of us divorced, of course, and I sold his car as well as his other frivolous purchases to give something back to poor Jessica's husband for all that he had been through. My father made a full recovery from his poisoning and took his company back. George is next in line after Dad, but Dad still has a good few years in him yet. As for the business, Dad got it back on track and things are looking good. I may be a single mother now, but I am happier than I have been in a long time. I heard that Jessica's husband and his child are getting by as well. Okay. I even bring my own kid over now and then for playdates. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.